Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a Lorraine 15550. It's the Tier 7 French SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Cliff and it's under the command of Major Nuisance of REBRN. Game started. Well, this Tier 7 French SPG is armed with a 155mm gun and it's capable of doing 700 alpha, penetrating 40mm of armour, and it's got a burst radius of 8 meters. But I'm actually very grateful that Major Nuisance actually sent in this replay, because he illustrates something that, well, I've been trying to teach people not to do for a very long time, and that is not to park arties right next door to each other. Yes, I'm afraid some people have a habit of saying, oh well, let's see where my friendly arty is playing, and I'll park my arty right next door to him. We'll both fire from the same position. Some arty players are very jealous of their firing position, but if you aim at the same or go to the same spot, then you're more than likely going to attract more attention, because if you've got two sets of tracer, it's much easier to see the tracer. Well, Major Nuisance is doing the right thing. After he fired that shot at the Barrask, he's actually moved position to fire another round out. So he avoids counter battery himself. You can see the Barrask is still stunned. He's loaded. Now he just needs to fire in, and he does so. And he got a near miss on the Barrask for 216. Changes position again. It's very easy to just move slightly after each shot, but a lot of players don't. If they find somewhere comfortable and they realise the enemy's not actually doing any counter battery, they'll ignore moving position. Of course, that can be fatal when it comes to a counter battery shot. Well, he's going after that Barrask again, and the Barrask is occupying that position on Cliff, which is fairly easy to get shots on. And oh gum, he got a lot of damage on that one, 662. That's a low yield or low roll penetrating shot on the Barrask. It went straight through his armour. Okay, can't see the Barrask anymore, but he can't have that much in the way of hit points. And okay, we've got a Super Hellcat now. He's pulled back slightly. We're still dialing in, and the Hellcat is going for the dip, or is he? No, he's actually trying to stay in arty cover behind that rock. So we can't shoot him now because he knows he's safe there. And you can still shoot by poking around the corner every now and then pulling back into cover. And the Leo is basically doing the same, but he's about to get somebody shooting up his posterior. There's a Leo in grid square E4. And he's been killed. Now, we're aiming at a Super Hellcat who's coming round the cliff. And he's gone into that bush and he just got hit. Major Nuisance lining up the shot, rounds out, and no, I think actually he moved away. I saw him change direction and he was just about to pull away just as he fired. That Super Hellcat's still up there, but there's another one. He's just died. Over here we've got a T28 prototype out in the open, and there's a Super Pershing just behind that rock. I'm going to go for the T28. No, he's died very, very suddenly by being taken out by a VK 10001P. Okay, up here we've got an IS-3 and an IS. Tier 8 Soviet Heavy and a Tier 7 Soviet Heavy. Rounds out. Oh, double bubble! Yes, he hit one for 281, the other one for 171. That shell was very effective. Okay, now he's going to do something which is illustrating my point. He's gone to counter battery and he's going to look for the enemy arty. Now, normally people will do this in the God mode, strategic mode from above. Oh, there you go. There's the tracer. Dialing in. He's ready to go. Rounds out and no, didn't get a hit. Changes position because the enemy arty might be encouraged to return the favour. And of course you don't want to be the victim of the enemy you were just shooting at. He's lining up. Our teammates are actually on the cap area now, so they're looking for the target. We're almost loaded. Oh, there they are. Let's group together. Round out. Now, rounds out. Oh, Bombardier! He got both of them with one shot. If both Artys grouped together, that was not only a Bombardier, that was a counter battery in one shot. He took out both enemy Artys with one round. So he's earned 2 medals. Not bad. The only 2 enemies remaining is Renegade and this IS. The Renegade's on the perimeter road next to the cliff edge. He fires around him, but the Renegade's pulled away, and that one makes a nice little splash in the water. Okay, he's loading. Almost ready to go. 10 seconds, come on. It's almost sometimes when I'm playing, I'm actually encouraging my crew. Come on, crew, you can do it faster. He's loaded. But now he can't shoot because the rock's in the way, and he hits the rock. You just feel like getting the whip out and cracking the whip, saying, come on, lads, you can go faster, you can load. Well, the Renegade's the only enemy still alive, and we're capping. If we want to make this a successful game, we need to kill that Renegade fairly quickly. Rounds out. This will splash him. Oh, it misses him. He pulls out of the way, and, well, they've reset the cap to give us time to get the kill. You know, Major Nuisance might actually get a chance to fire again. He might. He's lined up. He's loaded. He's not going to shoot because he might actually hit his teammates by mistake. Oh, he did shoot anyway. And he did hit his teammates. He hit the Centurion one. But it is a successful game. 15-6. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And, well, it's a third-class tanker for Major Nuisance in the Lorraine 155 Mini 50. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 7 in this one. He got a Bombardier because he took out 2 tanks with 1 shot. And he also got a counter battery with the same shot because he killed both of the enemy Arty on their team. In fact, there was only 2 Arty on their team, but they decided to sit together, and they weren't too far apart, but they did actually have a sizable amount of hit points still on them. And I think the hit points being reduced by our teammates shooting at them actually made it easy for him to splash kill both of them. And so it was a really nice little shot to get that win, and, well, 2 medals. Very well done for Major Nuisance, but it does illustrate the point that I was trying to make and have kept making. Don't sit next to another teammate who happens to be in an Arty, because if you do, 2 tracers is much easier to see than 1, because they're both coming out of the same firing position, so you'd easily see where the enemy Arty is, and all you do have to do is fire 1 round in, and if it's got a big enough splash, it could take out 2 Artys with 1 shot. And so try to maintain social distancing in your Arty. I know it's quite funny with the pandemic that's going on at this moment, the COVID-19 pandemic, but yes, please maintain social distancing in your Arty. Give a good distance between you and your teammate, your fellow Arty, just so that you can avoid being both killed by 1 shot. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, and do subscribe to our channel if you can, please, because we don't have that many subscribers, but we do have a huge number of videos, and I can only think that the reason people aren't watching them is because I'm absolutely crap. And I admit that I'm crap. I'm not a good commentator. I'm not as good as Quickie Baby or Jingles or any of the others, but I am enthusiastic. I do love these replays, and of course we put out huge amounts of content so that you can get to see your favourite battles all over again. Thanks for watching.